Support for City Series Boys Basketball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome here to Firestone High School as we have our Boys City Series Championship as the Ellet Orangemen come in as the visiting team against the Buchtel Griffins, who had an undefeated season so far here in the City Series and come into tonight as the favorite to win. Both teams looking to certainly help their chances as the tournament is a week away. This game will include many players in the first team City Series team, including the Player of the Year, Christopher Livingston, the freshman from Buchtel. He, along with Jonathan King, will lead this Buchtel Griffins to have a perfect season and a championship, and most difficult, to get the third win against a very scrappy Orange Ellet team. The Ellet Orangemen come in with Jarman Hogg, their senior leader that made the first all-team City Series. And this one going to be a good matchup tonight. Dave Schick, Joe Pacansky here, welcoming you as we're about ready to tip off our City Series championship game.
Going to be a good one tonight, and you mentioned it, Dave. Got to try to beat a quality opponent for a third time. We saw it last night in our girls game where the Lady Griffins just couldn't do that against Kenmore Garfield, and they pulled the upset. Ellet trying to do the same thing. In the two previous games, Ellet got behind early and had good second quarters, but Buchtel outlasted them. Key tonight is, can you keep the Griffins from making those huge runs, keep King off the boards, and keep Livingston from going off, because he can explode at any time. Livingston easily wins the tap going to the Griffins.
Griffins will take over to start the game. Both games were close early against the Ellet Orangemen, but the Orangemen kind of faded it in that second half, especially in the fourth quarter where they pulled away for victories.
Paris to the hole, he can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. The lefty, the smooth stroke, will go to the line to shoot two. And that's a big foul on Hogg. You don't want to get him in foul trouble because he is.
Foul picks up his first, team first, sends him to the line, and makes it.
For the Orangemen, key tonight, got to be defensive rebounding. That has been their Achilles heel when they've struggled. When they rebound, it helps their offense, and it really helps their defense, too, from giving up easy shots. Paris knocks them both in. Oh, that's not right. I'm writing on the wrong place. Come on, man. I should have brought the white out. Pressure being brought out by the Griffs.
Yeah, and they're going to trap on the side here, and it does exactly what it was supposed to. It gets the turnover. And
nothing.
I think it was
people.
I think it's an inadvertent whistle. Officially, no. It looked like he
turnover.
Stepped out.
Yep, turnover. I wanted to say Buchtel with that trap. They didn't bring it too early. They brought it right at the right time. That's why that forced the trap and turnover.
Looking at the starters here for the Ellet Orangemen as we settle into this game. Number 1, Trevin Carter. Number 13, Jesse Nance. Number 32, Jaron Hogg. Number 33, Anthony Jordan. And number 34, Tanner Contos. On the other end for the Buchtel Griffins, their starter, number 1, Ty K. Coleman. Number 2, Jonathan King. Number 4, Ronell Peary II. Number 21, Jonah Peoples, number 21. And number 24, Chris Livingston, who you'll certainly hear about a lot this evening as he is our player of the year. Ball goes into the corner, bopped around, goes back in, takes some contact, gets it to go.
Ref says no because he just initiated that contact, but good body control by Hogg. His first two.
Fans continuing to pile in tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Both sides very well attended. Ball goes into Livingston, passes it up to Coleman. Coleman sends it out, and Pierre will bring it out.
And this is a young Buchtel Griffins team, starting a freshman and 2 sophomores tonight. We got to look for the man in the middle, King. Perry, how did he get it up there, but he doesn't get it to go.
Not able to reel that one in. Jordan with the rebound. Into the corner, 3-ball, off target. Tipped around and finally secured by King. Livingston looks, sets up the floater, and takes it to the deck.
And that's going to be on Hogg. That's going to be his second. Bad foul. Don't want to foul the jump shooter, even if it's, especially if it's Livingston. You want to make him take a contested shot there.
Yeah, and you're taking minutes off of what you can provide because you're going to end up having to sit. 3 for 3 from the line. And as I mentioned, it looks like Hogg is going to have to sit, picking up his first foul here. I'm sorry, his second foul in just over 2 minutes. Coming in for him is going to be number 44, Cameron Winter. Livingston can't get that one to fall, and Winter gets the rebound.
And probably their best rebounder also goes to the bench, so we'll see how they do. Going to be a moving screen. I saw that one coming on Winters.
And Winter comes in, and now he's going to get a foul. Team third so far.
Orangemen don't like the call, but he was definitely moving. Seen a lot of moving screens called. Is that a point of emphasis this year?
I'm seeing it more from the players because certainly at the highest level, as we've seen Tristan Thompson being one for the Cavaliers that notoriously sets moving screens.
He's great at it, though, because he moves he doesn't make it obvious. You know what I mean? He just moves just a tad.
The younger players mimic what the top of the guns are doing.
That's a great shot by King.
King hits that one. So they're tending to set screens similar to what they're seeing in the finals and so forth. And at this level, it's a moving screen. Ball bobbled, gives him the pump. Orangeman set back up around the free-throw line, too long, can't get it to go. Livingston with the rebound. Now you have me say
that was me last time. Yep.
Yeah.
It's contagious.
You're in my brain now, Joe. Livingston floats it.
That's good
has
defense.
Time. Rebound taken by Carter. Carter splits him, goes to the basket, gets caught from behind, and he'll have the foul. It's going to go on Coleman, his first, team first.
Got to carry from behind.
4:30 left here in the first quarter. 5-2 your score.
Like the aggressiveness out of the Orangemen, but they got to control tempo in this one. They don't want to get into a track meet, but they don't want to slow it up too much. And he's going to go back with 2 fouls back to Hogg. And Ellet showed zone last time. We'll see if they stay in that zone.
It's one of those things that if he's in the game, he can make a difference, but he's got to play smart because he's your best player and you got to ride or die with him.
Yep.
Rebound taken by Livingston, and we'll have a timeout.
No, he threw it away.
Threw it away. I just saw a green bar.
Yeah, right in that sight line.
I gotta move the table. That's what it is, Joe. You gotta move the table back. I'm moving my table. Oh, you can keep your side up. Move my table back a little bit. I'm gonna sit behind Peter.
What a pass. What a block by King. But Hogg shows why they gotta have him in there. Inside presence. And Diamond Fisk, Mr. Ball pressure is in. And he forces a turnover. So quick, he's got a man wide open.
Bennett gets it to go! Instant microwave off the bench.
How did that go in? It hit the bottom of the rim and had so much spin on it, just said, nope, I'm going up.
Fisk comes in and puts pressure on, gets the turnover, and then comes through to get the shot to go in. 4 minutes here left in the first quarter.
Foul is on Cordell Livingston just into the ball game. His first.
Team second.
Fisk back iron and no.
Still putting the pressure on was Carter. Not able to connect. Ball into.
They're looking to trap wherever
Livingston.
possible.
Splits through.
That is
puts
way
it in.
too easy.
And King, you can show just the length of him there. Listed at 6'5", and the wingspan looks even bigger than that on that play. Looking to go inside. Ball taps to a teammate. Luckily, can't get it to go in. King with the rebound and dribbles out.
Number 30, Anthony Hunt, also in for
Livingston
the first time.
Connects, shoots, misses.
That was great defense again.
Ball tapped around. Finally collected underneath.
Oh, go up with that.
Back outside for a long two. Gets it to go.
Cordell Livingston gets his first two.
Lots of nerves being burned off here quickly, and another turnover almost. Gets able to collect it, and they keep the possession. Goes back to him. Goes up top over the outstretched arms. Gets his own rebound and gets it to go in.
Nice tap and good by Trevin Carter, who does a great job offensive rebounding from his point guard position.
And Anthony Hunt Jr. will pick up his first foul, team third. And subs coming in for the Griffins. Coming in is going to be number 4, Pierre. Number 3, Martavian Johnson. And
I think you got it, buddy.
now we had 3. Here it is.
Number 1.
Number 21, Noah Peoples came back in. Or maybe Coleman. One of them came back. Coleman's in too. So Coleman, Pierre's. You got them all.
Back and forth we go. Full court pressure by the Orangemen. Another turnover.
And a great double team on the sideline. Nowhere for him to go, and he goes back into the other sideline.
Yep.
Oh, they finally get into the forecourt. Now they have numbers. Go back up, and he'll get it in. And Peoples gets 2 points. 2:36 left here in the first quarter. Still very close, as you can see on your screen. With the Orangemen taking the lead on the last one. Fakes the 3, sets up, dribble, dribble, dribble. Nowhere to go, sends it back out. Sends it out to him. Great pump fake, goes through, and he's gonna get player control.
Nice job taking it.
Nance picks up his first, team third.
Nance has had good looks, but he just won't
Team fourth.
He just won't take that three-pointer. The Orangemen not settling for the three-pointer.
Yeah, and just brought the subs in there too quickly. That's a table thing.
Yeah.
A lot of players, as soon as they hear the whistle, they start coming in, but you got to report the foul first. Otherwise, you could sub the wrong player out if they're, you know, that way you have the right number on the floor.
Number 11, Ethan Jones, gets his first action in for the Orangemen.
Johnson goes into the corner, and his teammate was thinking faster than he dribbled and moved his feet. Coleman with the turnover.
Fourth now for the Griffs.
And 4-1 turnover differential between the Griffins and the Orangemen.
That's a key stat for Ellet. They keep those down, they got a shot.
Carter brings it into the forecourt, doubles outside, almost turns it over, but he's able to collect it and gets it in off the finger roll.
That's the kind of baskets he gets. The garbage points, the pickup. He's also a good scorer, but that's why he averages, 16 to 18 instead of 10 or 12 like a lot of other players. Fifth turnover now for the Griffins. Changing defenses. We've seen 3 different defenses already from Ellet. Man-to-man, a 1-3-1, a 2-3 to go along with the trap. Fisher giving them a lot of different looks to look at because, as we mentioned, predominantly a young team besides King for the Griffins. Give them a lot of looks, a lot to think about in this big game.
And Diamond Fisk is like the gnat that comes around your face. You can't get rid of him.
Please don't guard me.
He annoys you all over, and you saw it there, but that time gets the turnover with his job there. Gets his own rebound underneath. Able to get it in is Anthony Jordan.
And Ellet is prepared. They're getting the ball inside. I've seen them in the past settle for 3 ball after 3 ball, and not today so far. They're up 5.
Really playing good spacing And this trap doing very well into the baseline, turns, can't get it to go, but
they're
going to
get Jones with the foul, with the hug. The hands would have been straight up. They might not have got it, but then the shot might have went in too. His first.
Jones' first foul, team 5th. That'll send Peoples to the line. Can't get it to go. Sub coming in is going to be Kyrie Smith, number 44 for the Griffins. And Peoples looking to get this second one.
They're not afraid to go deep into their bench. They are the Buchtel Griffins.
Can't get that one to go in. Rebound taken down, back the other way. Outside corner, fakes it. Long baseline, collects it again. Into a double team. And he's going to say that he called timeout. And Coach Fisher very smartly and wisely keeps the possession arrow.
Yeah, that's why
orange.
I hate that rule.
Not time to discuss that right now. Time to discuss City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools for enrollment opportunities. AkronSchools.com. Akron Public Schools.
Smart choice.
Also City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where career education programs are supported by industry-based standards identified by 30 different business advisory groups. For more information, apscareers.com.
Nice work.
51 seconds left here in the first quarter. 5-point lead the Orangemen have kept. Smart and wise offensive choices so far by them in this first quarter, outscoring the undefeated Griffins as they look to inbound. And tipped out.
Now they got to inbound the ball, which I think is probably the worst place.
Well, especially because there's not a lot of room there.
No. Scoot back your chairs, guys. Oh, he double dribbled. Get a good view of that up here through the grid.
I put my time in and hope to get out early for good behavior. We're behind the
yeah, good luck.
We're behind the gate here for where our desk is. Our camera certainly is above, and you don't see it on our TV screen. But we see a graded view from behind the screen of the walkway up here at the top of the beautifully new Firestone Community Center. And a turnover again by the Griffins as the Orangemen bring it up. Just a light amount of pressure that they're giving.
They're playing zone too. Yep. Extending it.
And the crazy part is you have the 6'6" player of the year on the left side. Big wingspan, takes up a lot of space. Rebound by one of the shortest guys out there, Diamond Fisk.
Oh.
And they say it goes out of bounds on him.
That's bad luck there.
And he gets a clap to his fan club.
And he just doesn't get called for fouls.
I guess that's a turnover. I don't know, but the quarter's going to end 16-11 with the Orangemen coming out strong here and leading this one very quickly to start our City Series championship. As we alluded to begin this game, we talked about a little bit of the first team, all City Series boys team here for 2018-2019. As we mentioned, Jonathan King and Christopher Livingston from Buchtel made that squad. Billy Johnson from East, Jarman Hogg from Ellet, Lafayette Johnson from Firestone, Brandon Evans from Kenmore Garfield. Second team is Noah Peoples from Buchtel and Ronell Pierre from Buchtel as well. Devontae Russell from East. From Ellet, you're going to have two on there, Trevin Carter and Anthony Jordan. And Javoni Engel from Firestone make the second team. For the honorable mention, Vernon Smith, Deshaun Jones, Jesse Nance, Jason Brooks, Johnny Osby, Mike Brown are the ones that make the honorable mention. Smith from Buchtel, Jones from East, Nance from Ellet, Brooks from Firestone, Osby from Kenmore Garfield, and Brown from North. I don't know why I mixed up the order in which I was doing that. I apologize, but congratulations to certainly all of them making the All-City Series boy team.
It's just you being you.
certainly player of the year, as we mentioned, Christopher Livingston, the freshman from Buchtel, coach of the year. Matthew Futch also from Buchtel with their undefeated season in the City Series. Action continues here. 3-ball not there, not able to dial it in just yet as Pierre gets his first rebound in the ball game, brings it into the forecourt. Goes over the tower of the Orangemen, can't get it to go, can't get that one to get in, and up and around. It's collected, and that one goes in.
Yeah, Livingston, but they had 3 and 4 chances at it, and that was the key.
A quiet night for him so far. A long 3. That was almost taken from Ellet.
Yeah, back-to-back quick 3s, and I don't know if that's what you want. And you've seen Hogg had to get out of the way there with the 2 personal fouls. John King leads everybody with 8 in a quick burst here by the Griffins to start the second quarter.
Into the corner, and we talked about them being conservative, not taking 3s.
And 3 possessions in a row.
3 consecutive possessions, and now they're able to take the lead on this one long. Not able to get it to go in. Rebound collected by Jordan, his 4th, into the forecourt. Got to go back inside. Nope, we'll dial it up from outside, and another brick. They got half the wall built over here with bricks as they start the second quarter shooting.
They were so
cold.
patient, and now they're just, it's like fire away, and they've had a couple of good looks, but a couple too quick, which then you're in trouble.
That's hard to get the rhythm back of what they were doing before by getting out of it by shooting 3s. Goes over, Livingston uses the left hand, goes to the right, now has to pivot. Pressure on the ball outside. Back to Livingston. As he dribbles, step to the side for a 3, and it goes in! A potential 4-point play as Chris Livingston hits the 3 on the step to the side, and the crowd below us giving him some cheers.
Pretty well defended other than fouling the jump shooter, which you don't want to do. But forced a tough shot. That's just Livingston showing his ability.
And makes it. He's quickly got 6 in the quarter.
7 overall, held to 1 in the first quarter. 8-0 run to start the second quarter. Big basket there by Hogg.
Hogg gets that to go in. He's got 8. Just under 6 minutes here in the second now. Livingston feeling it from outside. Can't get it to go in. Nice rebound, not able to get it. Another one underneath, and that one goes in.
And that's what Buchtel was not doing in the first quarter. Nice follow by Kyrie Smith off of the King miss. Hogg again. He is so crafty around the hoop.
And you kind of felt like they were playing too fast off the couple 3s. Even that shot seemed a little fast, but Hogg able to get it in. Turnover back the other way. No numbers up ahead. Finds it through the opening and hits it as Jordan gets it to go for 2 points. Didn't see that coming that way. Approaching 5 minutes in the quarter. Goes left. Can't get it to go with his left hand. Now coming across.
Jump ball.
We're going to have a jump ball. It'll stay Buchtel Griffins as subs come in. Diamond Fist coming in for the Griffins as well as Ronald Peary and Noah Neples, I believe.
And how long can Hogg go without picking up another foul? So far he's been great on the offensive end.
3-ball in the corner, off the mark. Hogg with the rebound. Goes into the forecourt, takes his chances against the tree, gets his rebound back again, underneath, scoops it in.
He has that great little hesitation with strength. He's got a dozen just like that. He brings them back into the lead by 3. Oh, that was a travel. And I'll tell you, that's King, and King is a base, I know. King is a baseliner, man. Loves to drive that baseline. Fouls on Fisk. King misses the first one short. Martavian Johnson back in for the Griffins, as well as Peoples. King splits the pair.
Trying to drive again inside. Diamond Fisk hands it off to Hogg, turns off, kind of turned and into contact a little bit there. Made it a tough one. Livingston with the rebound. Fisk on top of him. Big small matchup, and he gives it what it's worth.
Too much on Fisk there. Just too much.
He's saying he got hooked.
Yeah. Just a little too much. And he gets a quick second foul too.
His second foul. Height differential between the two. You certainly have Livingston at 6'6", Fisk listed at 5'10". 7 inches and a bunch of wingspan.
Livingston now 3 for 4 from the line.
And hits the second.
Sweet stroke right there.
And Buchtel calls timeout. As Joe mentioned, last night the Buchtel Lady Griffins took on the Kenmore Lady Rams, as the Buchtel Lady Griffins were also undefeated in the City Series. Kenmore was at 7-3, but their biggest victory came in the championship game as they were able to win that one. And last night's ball game, able to pull off the upset in what was a very good game on APS 50. And of course, all of our games on our YouTube channel. Go to Akron Schools on YouTube. We'll have the full game on there if you want to stream it on your TV. Or if you just like the highlights, send it to a friend, maybe family member. Right there on the YouTube channel for the Akron Public Schools. Coming up for you, we'll have certainly our all-academic team. Maybe.
Wait for it. Oh, did you speak too soon? Yeah, you did.
I might have.
I think you did. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it here. Well, we won't have the all-academic team.
Dave Schick leads the all-academic squad.
Yeah. Well, he got an F for reading through the information first. Well, we'll certainly have our Fleury's Cafe player of the game. Signature player of the game comes from their signature pancakes that are delicious. Fisk goes to the rack. It goes up. I'm not even sure he looked at where it was going, but luckily his teammate was there to help out. As Carter gets the offensive board and puts it in, they extend the lead to 2. 3:45 left here in the first half. Getting the ball into the corner, trying to get into the post, tipped away. Hogg right there, not able to dive for it. Sends it back into the corner.
Again goes baseline.
And they're going to get him coming down to swing on that.
Came down, made it an easy call.
Jesse Nance, his second.
So now Nance, Hogg, and Fisk all with 2 for the Orangemen.
Going to be hard to stay that aggressive all game because of the foul trouble. King makes another 3 throw. Coming in for the Orangemen is going to be Kyrie Smith, their other big, as they'll give Peoples a breather. Makes his second, does King. He's got 11 now. Into the forecourt is Carter. Carter into the corner. Sends it there, no call.
Block, yep. He had position, but Nance did a nice job to avoid him, and then he just moves just a little bit. Thought maybe a no call, but they get them with the block.
Comes in, gets the block. And that one goes on Smith, his first, team 5th only for the Griffins. Not in the bonus yet, as the Orangemen will be into the double bonus on their next one. Coming back in is going to be Peoples again, as he'll give King a breather. They're kind of going through one at a time, getting a break. manipulating the starting lineup that way. Sets it up and makes that one. As he gets both, keeps the lead, turns it over.
That trap is working. They just have too much foul trouble to do it.
Carter sends it out.
Jordan got caught.
Four turnovers for the Ellet Orangemen compared to 9 by the Buchtel Griffins. Being helpful as they go again into the sideline, trying to trap. They break out of it, but no, they don't. They get the ball. He goes up, and he has a block from behind.
Chase down.
But then he turns it over, but they're going to call the foul.
Oh, I don't agree with that call.
And he'll shoot 2.
Don't agree with that.
Not sure he was in control as Anthony Jordan picks up his first. And Livingston gets his first block of the night.
As you mentioned, two-shot foul, too.
Yep. A clean block as he came kind of from behind. Not quite a chase down, you could say, as he was right behind him. Makes the first, does Livingston. King comes back in for the Griffins as well as Young Jones. Robert Young Jones, number 20 at the bottom of your screen, checks in for him. Livingston hits the second one. Shooting very well from the line tonight. 6 for 7. Goes back to him. Carter will dribble out. The man-to-man follows him. Nope, more of a, looks like a diamond
1-3-1, yeah.
Goes in, gets it to roll in.
Nance just in absolute attack mode. He's not even thinking about jump shot.
And he had to kind of lean back as the defense was in front of him.
Yeah, good body control.
2-8-13, and this one underneath is open, and he fakes it, gets it to go. Peoples with his first points here in the second quarter.
Now, great look by Martavian Johnson.
Sends it to the side of Carter. Goes over with the right hand. Carter gets it to go.
Beautiful move, not extending that off arm so he doesn't get called for the offensive foul as well.
Long baseline. Oh, the dunk, and he gets it in. Livingston, what a quarter he's putting together.
I'm running out of room to write in the box.
Filling up the scoring sheet here in the second quarter. Baseline is there. They slow it down, turns, and they'll have the foul. That one will go on Livingston.
Yeah, nice hesitation there by Jordan. Looked like he was going to go back out. Then he kind of sliced to the hole. Livingston's first foul.
He's got 12 in the quarter, does Livingston, as he can't get the first one to connect. So he came first quarter 1 for 2 from the line. 1 point. He's put 12 in this quarter alone. And making 5 in a row from the line, including the 3. And 2 other shots, and that includes the big dunk that you just saw. The lines out one in.
And Orangemen take out Hogg here to try to avoid that third foul here in this last minute, if possible.
1:25 left here in the second quarter.
Back to a matchup zone for the Orangemen.
Fisk will come out. And he lost the ball, and we'll have a jump. And that'll go to Firestone. I'm sorry, not Fire. We're at Firestone. It goes to Ellet.
Everything goes to Firestone.
No.
Because we're here.
We're here at Firestone.
That's going to happen. It's all this green and gold. It's on the court everywhere.
The white team is usually the home jersey. That's all.
I feel you.
Made a mistake. We're at a site, not at a home school. Bring the ball into the forecourt. Nance gives it back to Carter. Goes to the hoop. Wants his another Right curl in, and he gets it to go.
No help defense whatsoever.
Looked just like the last one. He was able to get free and put it up with the right hand, his dominant hand. Now he gets the turnover back the other way.
That's a foul.
He wants a third one, fakes it, gets him in the air, gets the rebound back, comes to the left side, and he got fouled.
Nice job. He knew that Livingston was measuring him up that time.
Livingston looking to get his second block, not able to do it though. Foul goes on Peoples, his first, team 6. They'll be in the bonus the rest of these 43 seconds now. Carter will go to the line, second time tonight. Makes the first, he's got 7 in the quarter. And as much as we say how Livingston has dominated this quarter, they have put 20 points up, have the Orangemen, and still find themselves with a 5-point lead.
Looking to take their biggest lead, but we jinxed them.
You jinxed me. 5 rebounds for King, back the other way. Long 3, way off the mark, nowhere close. King goes back to get it. 6 rebound for him, looking to go inside. They force him outside again, and now with 25 seconds left. They'll take the 3. He was open, but way off the mark again. And taken down by Jordan.
He got a break there. That'll be 1 and 1 for Anthony Jordan.
The pressure brings on the foul. Foul's going to be on number 21, Peoples, his second, team 7th. And it looks like Pierre will come out and brings in Jawan Coates for the Griffins, as well as Kyrie Smith subbing in. He replaces Peoples.
Peoples picked up his second on that one.
Anthony Jordan hits the first in the 1-and-1, so he'll shoot another one. Extends it to 6.
Anthony having a great first half. He's got 8.
Both teams much more offensive here in the second quarter, both above 20 points scoring for the quarter. And he hits his second one.
Both teams shooting it well from the free throw line so far. Biggest lead of the night for the Orangemen.
9 seconds left as Livingston will try to get the last shot here. He passes up into the corner. 3 seconds left. Back to Livingston. Shoots the long 3, fading, and it won't be enough. That'll do it for the first half here as the Buchtel Griffins, they were undefeated, but so far they continue to find themselves having to deal with the peskiness of the Ellet Orangemen as the Orangemen lead this one 38-31 here at halftime at Firestone High School. We'll take a break as the halftime show will come out, and we'll have our second half stats right here on APS 15. Welcome back as we're about 25 seconds before the second half starts here from Firestone High School. And Joe has our first half stats.
Leading the way for the Orangemen, Jarmon Hogg didn't let 2 early fouls bother him, 12 points. Also in double figures, point guard Trevin Carter, 11 points, playing a great ball game so far. Anthony Jordan also with 9 for the Orangemen. For the Griffins, they're led by their 2-headed monster, Chris Livingston and Jonathan King, both 12 from Livingston and 11 from King. King also with 7 rebounds. Livingston with 5, but only 3 field goals. They've made Livingston work for all of his points. No easy baskets except for the one flush he had with the dunk in the second quarter. Biggest lead of the night right now for the Orangemen as they come out with a zone in the third.
So they come out. We'll reset our lineups here as Noah Peoples, number 21. Takai Coleman. Jonathan King has the ball right now. Chris Livingston has the ball. And number 4, Ronell Pierre. Your starters. On the other end, you're going to have number 1, Trevin Carter. Number 13, Jesse Nance. Number 32, Gorman Hogg. Number 33, Anthony Jordan. And
30.
Number 30, Andonis Jordan. I couldn't tell what you were trying to communicate with me. Thought I spelled something wrong.
No, I crossed out that one because
Yeah.
that was wrong. But no, you got it.
Well, good news is 30 seconds in, no change of score. And I just told you who's in the game so far. Back to the excitement. Can't get that one to go in. Nice tip. Sends it over to Hogg.
A little too much dribble there. Should have gave it up.
Turn it over into the center. Flips it and scoops it. Gets it to go to Peoples as he gets the first points in the quarter. 3 ball from the side. Not able to get it. They both run after it and almost stop each other and have contact to turn it over.
Yeah, he should have kept going with that, was Carter.
I think he got knocked off balance from his teammate. That one goes in by King.
And much like they started the second quarter, Buchtel coming out strong here out of the locker room again.
King with 7 rebounds and 11 points in that first half. Adds to it here, has 13. Goes inside Hogg. Right side, goes against King and gets his way, gets it to go in. Good first step to get past the defender.
And that's one thing Buchtel has not done tonight. They have not stopped dribble penetration. They have not defended well on the inside. Great defense by Carter. Paris just doing everything he can to get loose.
Separates outside to Coleman, can't get it to connect. Hogg with the rebound underneath. His fourth. Sets up for the 3. He was walking down the other way, but it didn't even hit iron.
He's like, one more pass. Fisher's like, one more pass. You got a guy wide open in the corner.
That's one of those things where just not with the presence of mind even to follow a shot. Starts going down the court, and that doesn't help because it wasn't even close. That's why the coach is mad. Jawan Coates comes in for the Griffins. Into the forecourt. He slips and falls. And a travel.
Yeah, bad luck. Full court pressure by the Griffs. Here comes the pressure. Good foul. Oh, they're going to call an intentional foul? Come on.
No play on the ball.
No, he is going to confer here. I like that.
The hard thing is you can upgrade your foul. I don't know if you want to downgrade it though. Yeah, I think he's just explaining it so he can tell the other coach. But stopped him with no play on the ball. So he'll shoot 2, and then they get the ball at the spot of the infraction, which will be on the sideline.
Foul's going to be on Trevin Carter. I mean, it's a good foul, but not if it's called for an intentional foul. It's not. Because 2 and the ball. Livingston, a great free throw shooter. He's 6 for 8 now on the day for the game.
Yeah, I think he's going to call a timeout.
Oh, bench warning.
You're all correct.
What's a bench warning for? Just
so they have a coach's box, which is basically in front of the chairs, which we both know Fisher doesn't really stay in there. He's walking all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a warning that he's got to stay in there and he can't be on the floor.
I think you can go more baseline when there's no action there than you can get away with being closer to the scorer's table.
Your box is from that first chair all the way to the baseline you're allowed to go.
Okay.
So the reason why they kind of moved that amount of space that it starts at the baseline instead of potentially starting closer to the table. It clears the table for reporting fouls.
Going to have a foul on the Griffins. And so far, I got to give the Orangemen a lot of credit. First game we saw, they did not match Buchtel's physicality very good. They did in stretches, but not enough. Tonight, they have matched it every step of the way, and that's why they're in the position they're in right now.
They have, but they have done it more with fouls. So we'll see if that becomes an issue.
that's just sloppy one-arm pass there. And they have definitely, that's their only 4 turnovers in the first half, 3 already here in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. Both teams a little bit sloppy here coming out of the gate.
I don't know what was said at halftime. You're supposed to come out sharper, not more sloppy. Into the side for 3. That one goes in. Jawan Coates.
Guy that didn't even play in the first half hits a big 3. Great look by Jonathan King with the reversal out of that high post.
Trying to match it on the other end from the corner, not there. As Livingston gets the rebound, he comes into the forecourt, double teamed. And they're trying, and they do get the turnover.
No.
And they give it right back.
I think that ball may have been tipped, but it really didn't change the direction at all. Again, refs conferring, so I can't get on them on that one. And I like to get on them when I can. Buchtel now with the ball and a chance to take the lead.
They did in the first half and then relinquished it again.
And they're doing it with turnovers. Forcing turnovers.
Sets up defensive pressure far away. Trying to go inside to the big man, and they do, and they're going to get him with his hands starting down.
That's a good foul. He had to.
And Jordan's going to pick up his second.
Great back cut by Livingston. If they would have got it to him a second earlier, would have had an easy flush. And then Fisk with the overplay. When he didn't get the steal, Jordan had to take the foul.
Jordan gets that one to go. I'm sorry, Livingston gets that one to go.
Livingston only 3 field goals, but still getting his points, especially from the free throw line. Used every part of the rim, but shows his great touch. He's got 15 now. And the Griffins back in the lead since early, first time since early in the second quarter.
Fisk was in the corner, and now dribbles back out. Brings the double team out there. Hogg sends it through, and he's going to get the N1. Now, I wasn't sure, a lot of contact kind of both ways. The official gets the block, and he gets the N1.
Yeah, definitely not a charge.
Well, certainly you don't want him to get his third. He's going to give the second to Smith. Team second.
And whenever he has a knack of getting baskets when they really need them, too. I've seen it all year with him.
4:15 left here in the third. He banks that.
That was such a brick. But when you're good, you're good. I mean, that was 100 miles an hour right in. It has to be perfect if you're going to shoot at 100 miles an hour.
Hunt Jr. comes in for the Griffins as they'll kind of give pressure on the one ball handler for full court. And that's going to be on Johnson. Sends it to Livingston, who gets a screen. That's a big pick and roll matchup.
Yeah, it is.
Between Livingston and King.
Yeah, I like that two-man game.
King goes left, kind of loses his footing a little bit, puts it up there, not able to get it. Big man underneath, cleans it up. And Hunter Jr.
It's going to be Hogg's third.
Now you're hoping to get that at the end of the quarter. We're not quite there, just under 4 minutes, about halfway. But he played very well in the second quarter without getting a foul. And Hunt can't get that one to fall down.
They stay with him here, though. Wow, that one almost didn't get there at all, but it did.
The first one wasn't pretty, and the second one was worse.
Not as pretty as the first, yeah. Buchtel making a difference here in the third quarter with their defense.
Trying to go underneath a baseline pass to Hogg. Can't get it to get to its intended target.
Active hands all over the place for the Griffins.
Buchtel and Ellet have played each other often in these City Series championship matchups. It's certainly the last 5-6 years.
Yep, it's the right call.
Tripped him. They were looking for a travel call, but it's going to be a trip. It's going to go
Martavian Johnson. 3 team fouls apiece, Dave, on both teams. Say a pretty darn good crowd here tonight for this championship game, packed in.
The Orangemen looking to inbound. They go up top to Hogg. Hogg goes center. The matchup and gets it to fall in. What a beautiful baby hook.
That's a throwback shot right there. Little half hook.
Hogg's got 7 in the quarter. 19 in the game. They go into the corner. 3 ball is up, and it is just off. Long rebound taken down by Livingston. Tries to go inside.
Travel. Oh, net
3 in the key.
That's a new call for this one.
One that we did not see at all in the first quarter,
Nope.
but then again, we didn't see a lot of Anthony Hunt Jr. in the first half. And now Buchtel kind of doing the same, putting pressure just on the ball handler. Not really a true full court. They're going to come up into a half court.
How about this? 7 points in the third quarter for the Orangemen, all Jarmon Hogg.
Hogg goes in.
He
gets
heard
it
me
blocked.
talking. He's going to try to get 2 more.
Got it blocked, gets it back.
That's Nance. Nance is in. Oh, I got the ball. I'm put head down attack mode. He's shot a couple threes. They hadn't worked out. He's like, I'm going back to the hole.
Almost in binoculars type vision. He sees the rim, and that's it as he goes in. It's going to be the first foul on King. I think I had Nance making the basket, but he did not. My fault. 46-41, 2:45 left here in the third quarter as Nance sets up for his second shot.
And as we mentioned, the Orangemen have not given up that big run, that explosion, a couple threes and a dunk that we see so many times out of Buchtel off turnovers. And they've turned it over, even lost the lead, but they've chipped away at it. That's great
crossover.
defense.
Steps back and he hits the three.
Two-pointer. Timeout. Livingston, unbelievable shot. You can't play any better defense than that. The only thing that Fisk cost them there was heredity and size, because he's given up about 5 inches. He was all over him and played great defense without fouling. And actually the great defense maybe forced Livingston to get the foot on the line and take the long 2. But if he hits shots like that consistently, ball game. But you'll live with that.
Shows a lot of talent.
We're having a flip and split off here. If you're questioning all the noise. And both, you know what? They're both smiling, so I like it. And they're like, yeah, that was fun.
And there's always a couple of them that they give it the good try, but
yeah,
there's like one on each team that are just
and that's
fantastic.
fun too. Full court pressure now by the Griffins out of the timeout.
And Livingston wanted the foul. A little tripped up underneath on it, but he landed and then had some contact. Livingston now with the rebound. He's got 8 in the game. Goes into the forecourt, bobbles it, goes through the lane, and it will stay Griffin ball. He lost that before he was even close.
Right, that's why no call there. One of the reasons.
So you're not going to get any additional help.
But he does a great job of a true scorer, like flailing the arms, like the arm got pushed away. And that's a freshman doing that. That's just that basketball savvy. They go with the lob. It just wasn't there. Tried to force it. And then we got a quick foul in the backcourt.
11 turnovers for the Griffins. In comparison, just 8 by the Orangemen. It's been one of our major stats so far in the game, as the Griffins only 4 in the first half. Kind of helped keep them afloat at times. Second foul on King. And team 5th foul for the Griffins. Just under 2 minutes here in the third. Hogg goes underneath, and he kind of gets under the shoulder of Peoples and causes the foul.
And the problem with that, Dave, is you cannot let him catch the ball that easily in the high post. You have got to front that and deny that, because he can go either way when he gets that ball. You got to deny that pass. Hogg comes up and gets it, and then he goes to work from there.
And the thing that the Orangemen like, as Hogg misses the first, is they'll be at the line and in the bonus the rest of the game. So the entire fourth quarter. Now as we're at 1:53, and an inadvertent sub. Now he made it. So they're going to confer because he was looking back at the table. He's going to make it, and the Griffins will get the ball on the baseline.
You can't take it away from him, right?
No. But they want to make sure if he had missed it, he would be able to shoot it again.
They're counting it.
So they want to confer that it went in.
Scorers table having a rough night.
Day.
We give credit where it's due. They're having a rough night. It's not over.
We give credit when it's due. We can blame when it's due
take it away too.
We'll give some blame.
We giveth and taketh away.
You have to, and it's
That
hard.
buzzer could be sticking though. We don't know. We don't know the optics. Hey, last night you weren't here when it happened. They were introducing the players of the year, and the national anthem played a whole second time. They couldn't get it turned off. So definite technical difficulties. Perry tries to draw the foul, doesn't do so. Carter gets it.
Yeah, it looked like there was contact, but they're not letting it go. Or they are letting that one, they passed on it.
Carter didn't catch that one cleaner. He could have had a good look at a three. Again, controlling tempo. The Orangemen not in too much of a rush.
Yeah, you're up 5. Get into Hogg. He spins. And the spin got you with the travel. You got to shoot it.
He just drugged the foot a little bit. It was the right move. It just.
Well, he had to shoot, and he didn't. When he didn't jump up to shoot, the thought was he was going to spin and then jump off that other foot. But then when it came back down, now you got to travel.
Yeah, let's give, again, Livingston, we've seen him pressuring the point guard. There he does it in the post.
And look, they're doubling, shadowing it so they can double right away when he gets the ball in the post.
But he dives down and draws the foul.
I don't understand. I mean, they just went right to one of the shortest players against one of the tallest players.
Well, that's the matchup that they've wanted because of Fisk's speed and physicality, but
he's not backing down. Player of the year or not, Fisk isn't going to walk away from it, and the senior knows that he can be crafty in Fisk against the freshman.
Livingston splits the pair. 18 now for him. Sorry.
No. 57 seconds left here in the third, into the forecourt with Carter. Long three, hasn't been able to hit it, and it continues.
Had a good look, wide open.
You look at this team, and the Ellet Orangemen, they have not hit a three in the entire game.
And probably taken 5, maybe.
More than that.
Not many more.
I think Nance probably has
Nance
4
has
by
probably
himself.
shot 3 or 4, and they're letting him shoot. But they're not letting Adonis Jordan shoot, who's a good three-point shooter, and they're not giving Trevin Carter any looks either.
Fisk trying to stay low and make it so he's got to go over top of him. And he makes him frustrated and turns the ball over.
Too much isolation basketball there. They send the double.
And certainly when a player that has the height advantage,
sure,
it almost pulls them off their game because they're like, oh, I can just go over top of them. I can turn and do whatever I want. When Fisk is being very physical to make it difficult for him to do whatever he wants.
Bad luck by Nance as he showed his hops, but he came down and couldn't come down clean with it. 6 turnovers in the third quarter for the Orangemen.
They only had 4 in the entire first half. Now down under 22 seconds. You can see they're looking to potentially get the last shot. King dribbles in and brings it back out. He'll hand it off to Johnson into the corner. Back to Johnson up top. Looking to go inside to Livingston. Again with Fisk on him. They go to the other side. Long three is what they'll settle with, and it goes through.
Maybe not the shot you want, but yeah, the shot you want. Huge three by Paris for 3 to cut it to 1, and we've got ourselves a great one here tonight.
15-point third quarter, and more importantly, a 15-10 run gets them within 1 going into the fourth quarter. And this one continuing to get drama by 2 great teams here in the City Series championship game right here in APS 15. Dave Schick and Joe Pacansky, your voices of APS 15. And Peter George, our cameraman next to us, doing a great job. Last year, the regular season champ was Buchtel, and the playoff City Series champion was Ellet. And the Orangemen looking to do the same in consecutive years. But they have been back and forth. There's been a couple years of Firestone's been in it as the champion. You got to go back to 2016 and 2013. But when you look at this, kind of the history of the regular season and City Series playoffs, Ellet had it the last 2 years, then it went to Firestone. Ellet, then Buchtel. Firestone in 2013. East that 1 year in 2012. Regular season champs and playoff champion. Buchtel in 11 and 10. City Series basketball right here in APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, which offers open enrollment and allows Akron students to transfer to other Akron schools for specialized studies. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
Now fourth quarter, about who's going to take care of the basketball, who's going to step up and get some big baskets. The Orangemen struggled to score other than this guy right here in the third quarter. He forces and gets bailed out. No, that's a no call there, man.
It's going to be, I believe, on King. Yes. No. 20. Robert. Was he even over there?
Young.
I didn't even know he was
in
the game.
there. Yeah, he's in there.
Okay.
I didn't.
Robert Young-Jones with the foul.
You
his
don't
first.
think he got the foul? Me neither.
No.
Hogg continues his great ball game. 21 for Jarmon Hogg. Drills both free throws.
And at the conclusion of this fourth quarter, we'll have our Flurry's Cafe signature player of the game. Flurry's Cafe has signature pancakes, and they help sponsor our signature player of the game. We'll have that here at the end of the tonight ball game once we get an outcome. We haven't got that close yet. Hasn't been decided. As a rebound and try to send it back to him, off of his head.
He lost control of it and did what he could, threw it off the guy to save possession.
If you can't stay in bounds, throw it off someone that is in bounds.
Yeah, very heady play there.
3-point lead here for the Orangemen as they go into Fisk up top. No rush as they hold the lead and have for a majority of this game. Not a big lead. The biggest margin was, what, 6? But they've continued to kind of hold on to it, giving it up twice, but keep it coming back to it. King with his 9th rebound.
Great call.
Out of bounds.
Yep. Buchtel's ball movement has not been very good offensively.
They've got 13 turnovers.
Trying to do too much ISO and one-on-one, and they've had some success with it. But when they're getting that good ball movement, that's when they get a lot of open looks. They're just not getting anything easy.
Ethan Jones comes in for the Orangemen as they look to get it into the forecourt, and they do. Jordan gets the ball.
Break.
Look to go inside, squeezes that one up as Carter kind of hesitates in the air and gets it to fall.
And Carter doesn't force his offense at all. He's got 13. See, they're swinging those screens on the weave out front. Back man-to-man now for the Orangemen.
Livingston trying to post up the smaller Carter on the ISO. Double comes over to him. He kicks it out. King comes back to the center, front of the rim, and gets it to fall in.
Great touch by the big fella. He's got 15.
Into Jordan, brings it up. 6:14 left here in the fourth quarter. 3-point lead for the Orangemen. Looking to make a move is Jones. Hands it off to Carter. Back to Jones.
Wow, and they're pulling it out.
Goes left side into the corner. And they'll just trying to be particular, but it's not. Another turnover. Buchtel coming back in, looking to chisel away this lead. Livingston goes in, has contact. Can't make it to connect.
On the floor.
On the floor is what he's calling on.
He's telling him that's on the floor.
I just wanted to confirm. It's still going to be. What's Jones' third? No, it's Jones' second.
On the floor. I agree. It should be on the floor. I do agree with that. How about you?
I think they're saying it's going to be on the floor.
They're making the right call.
It's not the NBA.
Buchtel's not going to like it, but I agree.
He was fouled when he was not in the act of shooting. There's no continuation.
Oh, great hands.
Wow.
That's a huge turnover.
And a bad pass.
Yeah, didn't get it up high enough.
He goes against him and gets it to go in. I thought Livingston was going to block it, but no. Nance gets it to go on the left side.
Nance has absolute springs. I don't know if he's
King,
a high jumper,
up and under,
but he should be.
Gets his rebound, can't get it to fall in.
There's the guy. As much as you got to get the ball to Livingston, I think you cannot ignore King here in this fourth quarter. The savvy veteran, senior.
Nance picks up his third, and we're in the bonus both sides the rest of this quarter, 5-17 in the fourth.
Got Wink Martindale over here. Look. He's got the Guess you just had to be here. King knocks it down calmly. He's as calm as we are right now.
As cool as the other side of the pillow.
Peter George is, man, he's filming some good games this week. He's on fire.
The hard part is he has to make us look good, and that's the tough part.
It's not easy. It's all about the editing. Oh, threw it right to him.
Just went right off of him. Fast break up in the sky is Livingston, and he gets that one to go in. And that's Livingston's first points here in the quarter as we're at 5:01 timeout. A 60-second by the Orangemen.
And there's that little run to trim it back to 1.
City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department. Akron students have access to over 1,000 different apprenticeships and can earn national credentials in career education programs before they graduate from high school. For more information, apscareers.com. Also, City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program. It's right here at Firestone High School, and it's a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
The entertainment, hey, it's like a pro game, man. We got entertainment during the timeouts,
but he just has a look where he looks ultra competitive, but he's got great
smile, persona. It's all about the delivery.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
and he's got it to back it up. Great flexibility.
And even if he wouldn't have, it still would have been good because of the swagger. You know?
All right, back to basketball, 5:01, and the Orangemen holding on to a 1-point lead as they are going against a 3-quarter press into the fourth court. Looking to go against them, and we have a foul underneath, and he'll be shooting.
Nice job by Anthony Jordan, who not only has he poured in 9 points, he's really played a smart and aggressive ball game.
On the foul, Robert Young Jones, makes the first. Does Jordan. He had 9 points in the first half, nothing in the third, and now comes alive here in the fourth.
You get the feeling again, if Buchtel can get the lead, watch out. But so far, Ellet just won't let it happen. One time in the third quarter. Oh.
Ouch.
That one hurts.
Trying to be a little too cute. Does Noah Peoples, and he gets the turnover. Look to fake the pass.
Get the ball to the guard, please.
Was it?
That's what they're saying. Can you please get that to the guard?
That's not what Noah said. He wanted to dribble it up. I got the rebound. Let me dribble, coach. 4:40 here in the fourth quarter. 2-point ball game. 55-53. Tipped around and
he made the play though that time with his hands, so he just made up for it, forcing the turnover.
12 turnovers for the Orangemen compared to 15 against the Griffins.
Oh, good seal. He had King right on he had Peoples wide open on the block.
Right in the corner.
Three to give him the lead.
And there it goes.
The other Livingston.
Was that the other Livingston?
No,
It was Peoples.
It was Jones. It was
Young Jones.
How about that?
First one.
Nance back the other way. How clutch was that from Young Jones? His first three of the ball game to give him a lead. Nance gets fouled on the other end.
Young Jones, a sophomore, hits a big three to give them the lead here for the first time in the second half. Lines up.
It's one of those ones where you were so open, he almost took too long. When I do that, sometimes you look down, you got time. Miss every time. He didn't. Swish.
That first one ties it up. This one takes the lead back.
Clutch free throws by Jesse Nance.
And who's down there? It's Fisk, and he's got the jump ball.
Stays with the Griffins, though. Back and forth we go.
And the gnat stays flying around the head of the Griffins.
Both teams in the bonus from here on in.
Back to the other side as they try to transition the defense now.
We're going to get Nance on the reach.
They are, and we'll be shooting.
Two the rest of the way, I think.
No, this is 1-1 because it was on Ellet.
Good call, good call. Yep. So bonus for the Griffins, double bonus the rest of the way for the Orangemen.
But it does give 4 fouls to Jesse Nance. Yep. And King again makes his third in a row from the line. Oops.
4 for 4 in the quarter for Jonathan King. 7 of 8 in the second half from the line.
And they have a timeout. A 30-second one here. So we've talked about many times how difficult it is to play a team 3 times and to get 3 wins from that team. You've just seen so much from that team, especially with these two teams that were already know that they were going to be right at the top of the City Series. Buchtel has played well, undefeated certainly. They've deserved to be regular season champs, but
and it's not like you can save your entire arsenal for the City Series championship. You got to use your arsenal to get through them in the regular season. So, and it's not like you're going to go to the well and try a bunch of new things. It's about you. The other team knows what you're going to do for the most part. You got to execute.
Well, and it's a lot of player tendencies at that point. That one goes in. Anthony Jordan, 2 points. Takes the lead back for the Orangemen.
5th lead change of the quarter.
Up top to the big man. He can't get it to go in. He was stuffed at the rim. But he's going to get the putback and get the additional free throw.
Is that up and downs? Kind of came up and down twice there. No, it wasn't.
I think his athleticism made him look like he was floating in air. Diamond Fisk gets his 4th foul. Livingston, his 4th point in the 4th quarter. So now 2 starters for the Orangemen with 4 fouls, Nance and Fisk.
And how good is the foul shooting bid by both teams today? Usually in a game like that, that's going to cost somebody.
Not something you can say often. Baseline goes up.
Wow.
He lets him lean, and
he did a
gets
great job to avoid getting his 5th foul because I thought he was going to get it for sure. Jesse Nance with 6 in the quarter. Another timeout. We're tied again. This is going down as a classic.
61-61, 3 minutes left here in the 4th and final quarter. And there's a reason why there's so many butts in the seats tonight. These teams are well matched and well suited to play against each other. City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools with student opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramic, sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
Right now, the Orangemen with 4 players in double hit figures. Jarmon Hogg with 22. 13 for Trevin Carter, a dozen apiece for Jesse Nance and Anthony Jordan. On the other side, it's the two-headed monster, Livingston, at 12 in the first half, 12 in the second half. He's got 24. Also, Jonathan King, he's got 19 overall. So it's been a great battle here.
And Martavian Johnson was bringing the ball up, the sophomore. So using a little bit of the bench behind them as just kind of a frantic
I don't like
offensive set here. Yeah. Go to King.
I like that.
Hey, King can play as he has 8 in this 4th quarter.
Wow.
And he might be more of your player of the game so far than
his efficiency,
the player of the year.
His efficiency has been great.
Goes in and out, lets it go. Richardson up there, Livingston gets it through for the dunk.
Biggest lead of the night for the Griffins. There's the run right there.
2:10 left here in the 4th quarter. And Livingston with the steal and the dunk back the other way. They need to answer and calm this crowd down, get them back in their seats. Hall goes into contact, fades away. And we're going to have a push.
What a hustle by Fisk. Maybe saves the game there, because that was going out of bounds off of Ellet for sure.
Robert Young-Jones picks up his 3rd foul, team 8th. He'll shoot 2 off the double bonus. Fisk with, I think that might have been Fisk's first rebound of the night.
I think so, and hey, big time. Just got to get him at the right time. In and out, though, on the first.
Now he could still make the second. 1:55 left in this one. Would bring it down to a 1-possession ball game, even though they haven't shot the 3 well. He misses both. And King, big surprise, with 11 rebounds. Gets it.
Oh, that hurts. Didn't see it.
I disagree. But, hey, I'm not down there. I'm up here.
That maybe the break the Orangemen need. Uh-oh. I don't like that pass.
16 turnovers as Fisk comes into the forecourt. And they're going after him hard for being in the bonus to make him take a bad shot. 12th rebound for King.
Wow.
Sends it up, not there. Rebound. What do we got?
Out of bounds. Ellet a little too rushy right now. Get the ball to Trevin Carter and then get the ball to Hogg.
17 turnovers by the Griffins. 12 rebounds by King. Your leading rebounder for sure.
Livingston also with a double-double. All he's done is got 25 and 10. Trouble
Inside.
getting it in. Oh,
can't get it into
great
Hogg.
defense.
They've got 14 turnovers now. They get it to Livingston up top, and we will have a timeout by the Buchtel Griffins. 1:26 left here in the 4th and final quarter of this instant classic Akron City Series game, 65-61. And in this one so far, they've been able to put together almost an additional 18-point quarter, have the Buchtel Griffins. And been able to continue to try to extend the Akron City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Schools. Online at akronschools.com. Akron Public Schools.
Smart choice.
Also City Series basketball right here on APS 15. supported by Akron Public School Career Education, where adult vocational services have been providing career training to adult learners for over 55 years. Over 350,000 people have enrolled in the customized programs designed to meet the ever-changing needs of Akron area business, industry, and government. For more information, apscareers.com. Well, it's been a close one the entire game, Joe. And this one, with 86 seconds left, will be decided here in these last couple possessions. A 4-point lead, probably the longest time frame that they've been able to keep a lead so far.
Yep.
And looking to inbound are the Griffins into Livingston and back out. Not really sure why they have Peeps out there handling the ball as much as they had so far. And a foul up top. And
Brendan Rooks in just to do just that. Give him ball pressure and foul the right guy, hopefully.
And a lot of coaches might have waited to try to get the foul. But really, there's been two players that have shot well from the free throw line, and neither of them are the ones here shooting now. So again, 1:15, a 4-point lead is what they have. They'll shoot the 1-and-1. And he gets it to fall in. Does Young Jones. And he had the big three earlier, and now adds to the resume by Coach Futch saying, hey, can we put the 6'6" player of the year in there? So can you get out of there, people? Because literally our two biggest guys aren't on the block for this. And if we miss it, we want our best chance of getting a rebound.
Well, also, Peoples had a lot of contact, and they don't want to get a cheap foul called.
Makes the second, no need for it. 5 points in the fourth quarter.
How about his quarter? Nothing in the game and 5 huge points.
Bogues turns it over, and it's a scrum into the middle. Livingston comes up with it. And now they have it with 60 seconds left.
Travel. Yeah, that was, partner. He switched pivot feet.
So they'll get the ball back down 5.
And much like we saw yesterday with the Griffins, Ellet has gone dry here about the last 2.5 minutes. They have been stuck at that 61 mark.
Well, they've been trying to go to what they've had success with, and that's drive to the basket and into their big men, but it hasn't worked.
That was great defense. Nance will drive. Oh, what a shot. They're still in it, buddy.
It's not over yet as Nance gets it to fall.
And how about his ball game? Like we said, he struggled from the outside, but he has still found a way to make huge shots, driving fearlessly to the basket.
So it's going to make it a 4-point ball game, and the only person in foul trouble is Robert Young-Jones, but he has 5 points, and he's had some critical plays for the Griffins.
And here's essentially Nance, a 5'11" post player. I mean, he's playing like a slashing post player today. Can't get it to go, though. Still a 4-point game.
Into the side, no timeout.
Nice step through.
They get it out.
That was a huge step through there by Young-Jones. And they're going to foul King.
And that's exactly, I think, what the Griffins wanted. And that one's going to be on Hogg, I believe his 4th, yes.
Yep.
Both teams in double bonus now. We have 29 seconds left. 4-point ball game. King has been fantastic from the line. And he continues the streak.
Why not? That's the guy that 5 for 5 in the fourth quarter. We might have to crown him.
And there is a reason why he was at the top to collect the ball, because he's now 6 for 6 in the quarter. They inbound, down 6, 27 seconds.
Oh!
Corner three and a timeout.
How calm was that from another guy who hasn't scored all day, Adonis Jordan?
His only points in the ball game come as a three to make it a 3-point ball game.
And he was like, that's in. Boom.
And they just won't go away. They
Nope.
won't go away. Won't be surprised if you have, my guess would be potentially probably Peoples inbounding and then bringing Livingston and King back to catch, because you have a big target and two good foul shooters.
I'm denying it inbounds and probably fouling everybody, but I want to make anybody else but Livingston or I really don't want King. I don't want the senior getting the ball. I don't want Livingston getting it either if I'm Ellet, but I want any of the other three. I'll foul, but you don't have much time to. Of course, if you can deny the ball from getting inbounds, you're in good shape. Can run the baseline here if you're Buchtel.
Yeah, and that could be a big advantage.
And I wonder what they were going to do. They're going to looks like they're going to deny the pass inbounds. They got King at center court. We'll see if they bust him up or keep him back.
Yeah, and they got Livingston back near the ball, and he's going to have Fisk on him, so he should be able to make this catch.
Oh, you don't want to foul there. You want to going back to the big and then fouling Peoples. That's who you wanted to foul.
And Fisk just kind of, I think, running too hard. I don't know if he intended to foul him right away. I don't know if that was his intention.
But he did.
He did, yeah. I think he was potentially wanting to see what he was going to do. So now he goes to the line, the freshman, and he misses. Joe's prediction was right. He's their second option and misses the first one. And the freshman that games the rest of the year are only going to get tougher. He misses the second one, but is able to pull up the rebounds. 11 rebounds for him, and that's a big one. He'll be fouled again, and he's going to send the second starter out. Fisk is out with 5, and now Hogg is going to be out with 5.
They got what they wanted, the two misses, but couldn't secure the rebound. How many times at every level do you see that happen? I don't think you're going to see Livingston miss two more here, bud.
Well, I think regardless now, you got two starters out, and you still would potentially need 3 points at minimum, if not 5, if he makes both.
Jarmon Hogg fouls out with 22 points for the Orangemen.
Needless to say, this story is near its conclusion, and I think we know how it's going to end.
Oh, really?
As Livingston makes this one and makes it a 4-point ball game. It's now a 2-possession game.
Free throw shooting has been great, and when it wasn't, it gave them a chance, and then they just couldn't get the rebound. But they got a chance still.
Gets that one to go in, 9 seconds left, and another timeout, down 4.
Peter, why does the team seem like they each have 8 timeouts in this game?
Down 2, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Down 2. City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public School Career Education, where over 95% of students have passed the Ohio Proficiency Test or the Ohio Graduation Test and earned a high school diploma. For more information, apscareers.com. An interesting one here as it has unfolded. If you look at these teams, the Orangemen had the lead after the first quarter, continued to have the lead after the second quarter. In the third quarter, they held on to the lead by 1, but now, after both teams have put on a scoring blitz here in the fourth quarter, they find themselves down 2. They've put up a 20-point fourth quarter, have the Orangemen, but the problem is that other side, is they've given up a 33-point fourth quarter so far, and they're looking to add to it potentially to tie it up. There isn't a lot of time left. Fouling may be the quickest solution, but I'd like to see them potentially go for a steal with 9.1. They don't have any timeouts left.
They're doubling Livingston.
I could see them trying to go to King
right
now.
to King.
They don't. They split it. They throw it ahead.
Oh! And got it knocked out of bounds. They had him up in the air. He's like, I'm getting you back from where you guys throwing it off of me earlier.
And this is where not having Fisk in the game is hard. And then also not having Hogg in the game, two seniors, is tough.
Great job by King.
King gets it.
What a job by
Sends it
King.
ahead. And the exclamation point on the game, Chris Livingston.
Is your center making a great individual play and then the great unselfish play to hit the player of the year for the flush and finish.
And the time runs out. It makes it a 72-68 win. The basket did count at the end. And although they put a big quarter together, you just could not find an answer as they put on an even bigger quarter to end this one. And the dunk at the end of regulation by Chris Livingston. He is your player of the year in the City Series, and he is only a freshman. So the highlight reel is going to be a long one here for our APS 15 coverage, because you can see the talent, and their season isn't done as they look to go into the playoffs.
Congratulations to both teams for giving everybody tonight their ticket price worth it and then some. What a ball game for the Orangemen, who fought the whole way in this one. Nothing to be ashamed of. Maybe some momentum as they go into tournament time. Jermon Hogg with 22. Jesse Nance with 16. Trevin Carter with 15. Anthony Jordan with 12. We mentioned Chris Livingston with that flush at the end, 28 points and 11 rebounds. But, partner, your player of the game, and you said it, was Mr. Clutch in the fourth quarter. 2, 4, 10 points, including a perfect 6 of 6 from the line. Got open there right before the 5-second, delivered the assist, and oh, by the way, had 23 points and a game-high 12 rebounds. Jonathan King, what a send-out here for the senior, delivering that blow and getting his team an undefeated season in City Series play as they get ready now for some serious momentum for their Canton Division II sectional district tournament.
Jonathan King, certainly our signature player of the game at the 6'5" senior, certainly deserves a signature pancake from Fleury's Cafe, who provides our signature player of the game. Fleury's Cafe at 2202 Front Street, right in Cuyahoga Falls, open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 3. Go get yourself a signature pancake at Fleury's Cafe. We want to thank all of those that helped make this broadcast possible, because it was one certainly to enjoy, as you'll see it played over and over again on our YouTube channel. Want to certainly thank Peter George next to me, our cameraman, certainly our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse. For Joe Pekanski, Dave Schick, thank you, Akron City Schools, and all of those that make it the smart choice. Good night.